Hey, what's going on guys, it's Shivam here, and today we're going to be analyzing the leaks and rumors for the upcoming iPhone 12 and 12 Pro, and we'll be covering the recent unveiling of the Note 20 and Note 20 Ultra. Starting off the leaks today, we have new information about the battery life. Recently, anything regarding the battery or charging hasn't really been too good for Apple, and it seems there's more bitter news. After previous speculation claimed that this year's iPhones would all increase in battery capacity, new evidence suggests otherwise. My Smart Price believes that the new battery capacities will be as follows. The iPhone 12, 12 Max, and 12 Pro all with 2,227 mAh, whereas the 12 Pro Max will have 3,687 mAh. This is a huge downgrade from last year, and with all the new updates coming to the iPhone, it seems really weird that they'd lower the battery capacity instead of increasing it. More recently, however, it is believed that the 12 Pro will have 2,815 mAh instead of 2,227, and the 12 Max will have 2,775 mAh. But the difference is so minuscule that it might only result in 10 to 15 minutes of extra charge. So what is Apple banking on to keep up with the competition? Well, with leaks arising about the new A14 chip, it's pretty safe to say that they expect the chip to make some serious splashes. Lowering the milliamp hours will lessen costs slightly, and Apple probably believes that the A14 chip will make up for the lost battery and more. Some leakers have leaked pictures of the new chip. However, there doesn't seem to be too much of a difference from the outside. The chip is expected to pack some serious power, however. According to leaked benchmark scores by Weibo Social Group, they're showing some pretty crazy results. Of course, this has to be taken with a grain of salt, as benchmark scores are easily faked. However, it is in line with previous years and comes from a reputable source. This image shows that the number greatly exceeded last year. Additionally, it has blown away the Snapdragon 865, which is already destroyed by the A13. It's quite exciting to see how Apple blows the competition in their chipset every year. Their battery conservation technology and speed is always something to look forward to. But still, a faster chip on an already fast phone is not enough for most people. The lower batteries are still disappointing, and we wanted higher milliamp hours. So, how does Apple plan to make it up to their consumers? Well, a braided lightning cable. Latest leaks claim that Apple will be including a braided lightning cable in their box to make up for the lack of the other accessories. This has been a huge problem with previous lightning cables, and it's safe to say that a lot of people experience the splitting of their cables quite frequently. If this is true, it would mean that you get a stronger and maybe longer cable as a result. On Monday, July 27th, Apple released a braided USB-C cable, commonly used on its iMac Pros. This basically confirms the addition of the braided cable, and it's either a sign or a huge coincidence that they start to sell this braided cable separately. You know, if they aren't going to include headphones, an adapter, or a power brick, a braided cable is the next best thing. The real question is how Apple plans to spin this decision of getting rid of so many accessories, even something as necessary as the charging brick. Most likely they will claim that many people already have their own bricks, so getting another one is wasteful and unnecessary. Additionally, Apple has been taking an earth-friendly approach in their marketing, so it could be a play to reduce waste and emissions that would normally be created when they're making these bricks. In hindsight, it makes sense, but the cost of the iPhone should be lower for this plan to make sense. The way you purchase an iPhone and a charging brick should be the same price as buying the full package for last year's iPhones. Speaking of prices, it doesn't seem like there will be any lowering of the pricing on the iPhones, and recent leaks claim that the prices can be raised anywhere from 8 to 14%. However, these leaks have recently been flattened out, so you can expect the prices of the iPhones to remain the same as last year. So to recap, this is what we know so far about the 2020 iPhones. The iPhone 12 is expected to have a 5.4-inch display at 1080p with a 60Hz refresh rate, 4GB of RAM with 128 and 256GB storage options, the A14 Bionic chip with 5G, a dual camera with an ultra-wide and a wide-angle lens, a 2,227 mAh battery starting at $699 US. This could potentially be the most popular iPhone compared to what we've seen happen with the iPhone SE. According to recent sales numbers, the iPhone SE is the second most selling phone of 2019 and 2020 in terms of iPhones, and it's only been 6 months. In fact, about 70% of users came from OLED iPhones, and about 24% came from Android, so it seems that this smaller form factor and lower price point is working. Next, we got the iPhone 12 Max with a 6.1-inch display at just above 1080p, with a refresh rate of 60Hz, 4GB of RAM, with 128 and 256 gig storage options, the A14 Bionic chip with 5G, a dual camera with an ultrawide and a wide-angle lens, and a 2,775 mAh battery, which all starts at $799 USD. Next is the iPhone 12 Pro with a 6.1-inch display at just above 1080p with a refresh rate of 60 or 120 Hz, 6GB of RAM with 128, 256, and 512GB storage options, the A14 Bionic chip with 5G, a triple camera with an ultrawide, wide-angle, and telephoto lens, and a 2,815 mAh battery, starting at $999 US. And lastly, we got the iPhone 12 Pro Max with a 6.7-inch display at just above 1080p with a refresh rate of 60 or 120 Hz, 6GB of RAM with 128, 256, and 512GB storage options, the A14 Bionic chip with 5G, a triple camera with an ultrawide, wide-angle, and telephoto lens, and a 3,687 mAh battery, starting at $1,099 USD. Alright, next up we got Samsung. So Samsung recently unveiled some new products in their Unpacked event. We got to see their new Buds Live, Tab S7, Galaxy Watch 3, Z Fold 2, and of course the Note 20 and Note 20 Ultra. They come in 3 new colors as shown on the screen, and it's nice to see that they are color matched with their phones. They have this new bean-shaped design which is supposed to conform with your ear, but I guess we'll have to see how it works when they come out. Battery life lasts about 6 hours while listening non-stop, and 21 hours worth of charging with the charging case. There will also be a new noise cancelling feature that is helped by the new 3 mic setup on the Buds. They are available from August 6th. Next up we got the Tab S7, which now comes in 2 sizes, an 11-inch and 12.4-inch model, supporting a new Super AMOLED display with 120 Hz. It's got the S Pen built into the back, and they've reduced latency from 59 milliseconds to only 9 milliseconds, which now makes it rival the Apple Pencil from Apple. They've also released a new keyboard case, which supports gestures on the trackpad. Wonder where they got that from. And if you're in the Samsung ecosystem, you can share notes and take calls between the Note 20 and the Tab S7. The Tab S7 and S7 Plus will be available for order on August 21st. Next up, we got the new Galaxy Watch 3, which comes in 2 sizes and 3 new colors, and still retains their signature rotating bezel. There's not much to say about it, as the Apple Watch is kind of killing this space already, and it basically has all the high-end market share. However, if you're interested, all necessary information is on the screen. Now, my favorite product from the event, the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 2. They reduced the gap between displays, and it now has an even bigger display on the front. Supporting a 6.2-inch frontal view makes it actually usable, unlike the original Fold's tiny and unpractical one. Folding it open, you can now see that it has a punch-hole camera with a massive 7.6-inch display that supports 120 Hz. Samsung claims that the battery life should last you the day, but with that big screen and 120 Hz, I don't know if the 4500 mAh battery is enough. But if you're interested, pre-orders start on September 1st. Lastly, we got the main attraction, the Samsung Note 20 Ultra. I won't talk too heavily on the normal Note 20, as I'll have a review on that when it comes out. So, the Note 20 Ultra has a massive 6.9-inch curved AMOLED display with 120 Hz. It's got, quote-unquote, the toughest glass ever on a smartphone, which it seems like every company says now, but at least the new colors look nice, and you get that matte feeling on the back. It's got a single punch-hole camera on the front, and a rear triple camera sensor, featuring a periscope zoom, ultra-wide, and wide-angle lenses. Plus, it's got a new laser autofocus sensor. And can I just say that this event was so poorly acted?
Why don't we show them?
Sure. Let's start with something simple, and then build up. It's a bit hard to read that.
Oh, that was Korean.
Yeah, I've been taking classes.
I mean, come on, this was like a high school presentation. But these new phones will be available on pre-order on August 6th for the Samsung Note 20 and Note 20 Ultra. So, which of these phones are you most excited for? Are you picking any of these up? Let me know in the comments below, so leave a like and subscribe. And if you're interested, I'll leave all the information listed in this video in the description below. So, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.